ready for your first episode?
I am.
Okay. Welcome back to another episode.
We are your hosts. I'm Ari.
I'm Kenzie.
And I'm Lexi.
And this is Mama's Need Coffee.
Surprise! Give a big welcome to our bestie, Lexi.
This week, we are going to talk about eating/food habits. But first, we're going to let Lexi introduce herself.
I'm Lexi. I'm a full-time working mom of a 3-year-old little boy. And in my free time, I just enjoy reading lots of books.
Sounds fun.
It is.
Ooh. I wish I could read.
Yeah. Not a huge reader here.
Yeah.
It's
Movies.
fine. I'll read all the books for you guys. I've read like 90 already since January.
Wow.
So
Oh,
Wow.
almost a full library? Considered a library?
no,
Well, a
1,000 books.
tenth of the way there
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
So,
I heard you brought us an intro question.
I sure did. So I was wondering what everybody's favorite like childhood candy was. Like what you went to the store with your mom and was like, that's the candy I'm picking up. Mine was M&M's. So
I'm just a plain like Hershey bar. I think that's what I would get. It's just a Hershey, maybe a cookies and cream one.
cookies and cream were fire.
But not even just the
Yeah.
small ones. I would go to the actual candy aisle and get the like huge ones.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, those were.
Yeah, I think I would go for like just like Reese's cups or like the cookies and cream Hershey
Mhm.
bars. But like I think like more like later on like those sweetheart ropes like got me in a clutch.
I like the Airhead ones. The Airhead
Oh,
ropes.
yeah.
I like the Sour Patch or the Sour Punch straws.
My mouth is watering.
I know one thing that was weird is when like I was pregnant. Like before I was pregnant, I never was like a sour person, but when I was pregnant, I craved sour things. And
ice.
now I'm like right back to normal. Like I'll pass on the sour.
Right.
It's just chocolate for me. Chocolate,
Yeah.
everything.
Everything.
I'm also honestly just more of a like a salty like snack person versus
Mhm.
candy.
This week we went pretty cheap on our coffee and just got McDonald's.
The McDonald's,
Running on a
the
budget.
McCafe.
Yeah, so we went to McDonald's and I swear I said a large caramel frappuccino, and I swear she said frappuccino back to me, but she
She
brings
did
out a
not.
cappuccino to me.
No,
I'm That's supposed to be
And then Kinsey, she's like, that's supposed to be a frappuccino, not
Yes.
a cappuccino.
And she's like, oh, okay. So she comes back and she brings me this, and I was like, and it was supposed to be large, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll just deal with it. But yeah, I forgot my French fries too, but it's fine.
Oh,
She must have been new.
she's,
It's all right.
she's
It's
having
fine.
a bad McDonald's day.
Yeah, it was just living it up.
What are you doing?
Meet Baron. This is Baron. Say hi.
He's real shy.
hi.
My little pro baby.
He's gonna be the most well-behaved on the podcast.
So talking about food and everything, what were your guys' expectations on? Obviously yours is going to be different than ours because we have a 7-month-old today and 10 months old.
We're
3 months
still like in the early stages.
of food, but like what were your expectations and like what actually happened?
If we're talking like younger, then I had high expectations to like make my own baby food for him and like stick to it and just have him try all kinds of different things. That did not happen for me. One, because I work full time and I was working really long and late hours, and so I gave up really quick on like making my own baby food. And he was picky from the start. Like he didn't even like anything I made besides sweet potatoes, and that was pretty much it. And then he started like solid foods and he ate cookies. And then now he's just real picky. Like there's just nothing that I had expectations for happened.
Yeah, so I never really been like, oh, I want to make my own baby food. Like I was like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Well, I would say I've been doing pretty good on it, which I need to make more baby food. I need to get there. But I think I've done better than I thought I would. Like, I figured I would make a couple batches and be like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, this is a lot of work.
Me.
Yeah. But
That was exactly me.
But I got the...
I'm like, here you go. Here's the baby food maker.
Yep. She gave me the baby food maker, and I was like, this is actually not bad. Like, put it in there, let it steam. It literally steams for like 10-20 minutes, depending on how much is in there.
If I would have had that, I would have stuck to it. But
Yeah.
I didn't. And
My sister, she was like, you don't need that thing. Just put it in a blender. And I was like, that's two times.
What I did.
That's 2 times the amount of dishes. Like with the baby food maker, it's one dish that you have to do. Like everything's done in one thing. And I think that's just what made me keep going is I don't have to do as many dishes.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Still use it.
No, I literally think I used it like one setting. Like I made a bunch like in one setting, and I'm even more like lazy like when it comes to dishes. So like all of it was put in like Ziploc baggies in the freezer. And
like
then yeah, literally. So then I just put it in like I literally feed him off of paper and plastic plates, like literally. And I even feed him with plastic spoons. Like I do not like the dishes, but yeah. So
I bought these like glass jars.
And okay, back to sweet potatoes. I feel like they all like sweet potatoes.
Yes, Bella loves sweet potatoes. You add some. Okay, if you add cinnamon
in the beginning,
if you add cinnamon to anything, she'll eat it. Like green beans. It's just gotta have a little sweetness to it.
That's kind of wild because cinnamon is not sweet on its own, though.
But if you add it to like
sweet potatoes, then it makes it sweet.
Yeah, I do it to carrots too.
Carrots with brown sugar and cinnamon.
Right. And I mean, I am a picky eater.
I'm proud of you.
I do try everything I make for her. I will not try the jar stuff.
I'm not either. The green beans? Oh, no.
But
my sister still feeds those to her daughter, and I was watching her feed them to her yesterday, and I was like,
Yeah, I will not try that stuff, but the stuff that I make at home, I'll try it. Like, I've never had sweet potatoes until I made them for her. Butternut squash, never even knew how to cut a dang butternut squash. Like
squash.
And I never had any of it. And then I tried it, I was like, this is actually not bad. Like, I'll eat this.
Like, I could live with that.
Right. Go those sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna try.
I'm not trying that.
Good for you. Wouldn't be me.
I'm gonna try those. But yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah. I don't think it's too bad.
I think like with me, like I'm definitely like I'm still like strict a little bit on my like expectations, as in like I really want to cut back on like red 40. Like I'm not like totally against it because there are certain things that you just cannot beat around, but I want to be just cautious about like how much he's actually eating of red 40. And then by unpopular opinion from like most of my family, I do not want him to have sugar like until he's like 2. I would love to push it even longer than that. But so I'm like, I give him like more like sugar-free options. I think it's better.
Sorry for that interruption.
As you've seen.
So we were on sugar-free and sugar-free options.
Yeah, so I'm keeping it like sugar-free as long as possible. So for his birthday, his smash cake is actually going to be sugar-free. So, but we'll have a normal option too.
I don't think it would really taste that big of a difference.
No, I mean he won't know any difference. So.
Right.
But yeah, and by unpopular opinion, family does not understand that. But he's a baby. I mean, he doesn't really need sugar. Yeah. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and my expectations. Where it's like, oh yeah, like I want to make my kid like a better eater than I am, and my husband is, and the reality of that is completely different.
Yeah, it's hard, especially when you want it, you know.
Yeah. So in the beginning, when he first started eating baby food, he got really sick, and so he wasn't eating. So he got used to like the vegetables, the fruits, and all that.
Leo.
And then.
We're doing.
And then, so when he got sick, he wasn't eating. And then once he was good and started eating again, he was like, vegetables, that's disgusting. Like, I've had fruits. I know what fruits I want. So, so then ever since then, he doesn't really he refuses vegetables. He has like, I would say like,
scared his whole soul.
A really like pronounced gag reflex.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a very texture eater, and I really truthfully can barely get him to eat anything. He doesn't want baby food. That's for babies. He's not a baby. He loves pizza. I get him to eat like
everything,
mashed potatoes, like chicken. Like I don't have no problem with meats, but vegetables just.
If I put vegetables on Baron's plate, he's like,
yeah,
ain't no way.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard. So I found out that since I do make baby food, I have to freeze it, so I have to heat it up to, that now she wants the jarred baby food. She wants that warm as well because that's what she's expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I've been like warming that up, she has been eating like the green beans. We'd have tried pumpkin. I don't know, is pumpkin considered a vegetable or what?
I would, yeah.
Yeah. I did add cinnamon to it. I could add like the pumpkin spice or whatever in it, but I didn't.
Turn her pumpkin spice girl.
Yeah, right. I feel like she's been doing pretty good. She literally wants whatever you're eating. Like she's like, I'm breastfeeding her and I'm eating at the same time. Every time this comes up to my mouth, she like pops off and she's like.
No, at McDonald's, literally, she's eating a cheeseburger and feeding her baby food, and she sets the cheeseburger down, and Bella's like, "Yup, mine, snatched."
Yeah, she's like snatches.
And I move it away from her, and so she grabs the one that's still packaged, like, well, then this one's mine. And I'm like, okay, girl, chill out.
And she's like, she tried to give her a French fry, and she's like, let me just squeeze it in your mouth. I said, no, just give her the French fry. Like, give her the French fry. But we went to breakfast, and I got like toast, a waffle, and the waiters that don't have kids, they don't understand. They just put the plates down. That's their job. Handful of butter. That was on handful. She said, and her hand was literally full of butter. And I'm like, you're joking. He was like, he just looked at me. He shrugged his shoulders and walked away. And I was like, wow.
I know. I'm at that point too where I'm like, my plate is like, I'm ready for them to take it, but I can't put it at the end of the table, so it's just sitting in
front of you,
and I'm just like I'm done with that. You can take it.
But I took the crust off of my toast because it wasn't like really hard toast, which what it basically was just. It felt like it was bread microwaved.
Yeah,
I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. But so I took the crust off and I just gave it to her, and she devoured it. And she also ate half a pancake that day too.
What's it feel like to have a child who will literally eat whatever you give them?
I have to be careful because I can give him something and he'll throw up. He'll literally start gagging on it so hard that he throws up. No, really. Or he'll just spits it out so fast. It's just everywhere.
Every Wednesday we go to my in-laws, so Corey's family, for Mass Singer. We watch Mass Singer every Wednesday together. And they cook dinner, so on. It's just a day where I can go and not even have to worry about like where she's at, what she's doing.
I love that.
Like I could sit in the living room with Bailey and we can play Fortnite, or we can watch what we dance moms.
It's your time off.
Yeah. It's nice and it's
relaxed, but
for a few hours, and we had like a spaghetti goulash mix thing last week, and
careful.
Her grandpa was trying to pick her up, and she like snatched his bread out of his hand, and I was like, "Yeah, that's her bread now. Like that's you shouldn't have gone too close."
She will fight for some food.
Yeah. I don't know. She's like food aggressive, and I don't know why. Like,
just hope that it sticks to it, though. Like, just hope that she stays eating all the things, because when they get to this age and they literally won't eat anything, it's so stressful. Like, you cook a whole dinner, and then you're like, You're not gonna take any of it. Like, you're not even gonna try it. And then I literally have to have chicken nuggets on standby. Like, chicken nuggets ready to go in the microwave oven, or he's not eating.
So it's nice when we do go over there on Wednesdays. They make food that I wouldn't normally make at home. Like we do have like normal stuff, like my ghetto taco rice. You know, that's a story for another day. But spaghetti, but they do like different things to it, and they always have a vegetable with their food. So I never really was a pea eater until his stepmom was like, just put peas on your plate, just try them. Just you're not leaving this kitchen until you have peas on your plate. Mm-hmm. So I tried them, and now I'll eat them with my pasta. I'll mix them in.
I like it how we had it at the daycare with the chicken noodles with the peas in it.
I'm like kind of a pea person and kind of not. Like, I'm not going to choose for it to be my vegetable. But I don't hate them. Like, I really like snap peas, but I'm not like a canned pea person. I'll even take frozen over canned.
They usually have them with like spaghetti and Alfredo. I'm obsessed with the peas in the Alfredo. Like, I'll put like 3 spoonfuls in my Alfredo and eat it.
His dad's Alfredo.
It's fire.
I don't even care if it was fish, and I hate fish. I'd still probably eat it.
It is so good, right? It's literally just, I'm pretty sure, a lot of cream cheese.
Yeah.
So much.
Listen, I love cream cheese. I'll literally take a bite out of a block if somebody lets me. So.
Oh, it's really good. But like, even like the spaghetti, like I'll mix it in with like the spaghetti and everything.
You can play with it, but don't throw it at the camera. Okay?
But yeah, so, I mean, speaking of picky eaters, so we made candy salad. It's down there. I'm being very lazy today.
Very heavy. This container holds 16 cups, and I think we
did it.
Not at the camera, okay?
We made candy salad on our TikTok, so
it smells
so good.
So good.
Make sure you check it out on our TikTok.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
how long do you think it's gonna take us to eat all of this?
I don't know. Let me see.
I don't know.
Let's try.
For sure, over a month. There's no way.
Oh, for sure.
That's so much.
I can't tell if this is banana or.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to like tell what everything is.
We had like what 30 bags of candy.
Something like
Probably.
That.
Not the camera, bubs. But yeah, make sure you go.
Go that way.
Mama
Check
needs
that.
coffee too.
On
TikTok. Because you're mama's and you need coffee too. So
heck yeah. So what would you say your biggest struggle with like food is?
Me or Leo?
Both. Both. We can go both.
For me, it's fruit. Because I grew up in we had a main meal or like a main dish, and we had a vegetable. Mm-hmm. And so my parents aren't like big fruit people, so I didn't grow up eating fruit. Mm-hmm. So the only fruit that I will eat is like canned mandarin oranges, because I don't like the feeling of the peel, and I'm a texture person, and I'll be okay with like apricots. I like canned apricots.
I have never even had an apricot.
What even are those?
I don't know.
Oh, like a different kind of peach.
They're apricots.
I'm not a huge fruit person, I would say either. I like grapes and I like watermelon. But strawberries, I don't like the seeds. I never liked oranges until she gave me an orange with some tahini on it.
So good.
I don't like tahini.
I don't either, but on an orange, it's like
life-changing.
Yeah.
On pineapple? Oh my god.
Oh, I don't like pineapple. It's like too like.
Oh my god, I forget that I'm the one who's not picky here. Like, I literally
You're the only who's not
all
picky.
The vegetables, all the fruits, all the things. I literally just don't eat fish.
Okay, so cooked carrots mashed up in my mashed potatoes is the only way I'll eat it.
No carrots.
What?
Yeah.
I love carrots. Hard carrots, soft carrots, canned carrots.
No
canned carrot.
Plain with ranch, seasoned. I don't even care. I'll eat them.
Ugh.
Straight out the bag.
No carrots.
I do like corn. Corn on the cob.
Corn on-
Love any corn.
Canned corn.
I don't
No
prefer
cream corn.
No
I don't
cream
prefer
corn.
cream corn, but I will eat it. But I don't.
I don't even really like canned corn, but straight off the cob, anyway, I'll take it.
Yes.
I love corn.
I'm
on
not
the cob.
like against like canning the corn or
Can in the corn.
corn in the can, but I just would prefer it on the cob.
Yeah, for sure.
Just something about
I
eating it
don't-
like that.
I don't like green beans, like the
I
frozen
love
ones,
green beans.
like the can.
I will literally eat green beans straight from a can.
I
Like,
love
not
them.
warmed up, not seasoned, straight.
Your favorite vegetable? What is it?
Green beans.
Corn.
I think mine's green beans.
Yeah. So me growing up, my mom was not a great cook. We had Salisbury.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. Salisbury steak, hamburger helper.
Those are like my favorite.
I was a real, like, when I was younger, I was super picky. Like, enchiladas, you know how I...
Still are.
Yeah. But, like, no, like, enchiladas, I would not eat the beef enchiladas. My mom had to make me a separate pan of just cheese.
Yeah.
Right now, that the cheese enchiladas just make me want to vomit because it's literally just enchilada sauce and cheese.
Because it's gross.
Yeah. But that's the only thing I would eat when I was little. So, but we had enchiladas a lot, which, you know, white people enchiladas.
Not the real shit.
not the real stuff.
I'm
Hamburger
very picky about enchilada sauce.
Yeah, hamburger helper especially. We had a lot. I can't stand.
I'll eat hamburger
Cannot.
every day.
Mm-mm. My husband
love
can
it.
too. I can't.
I can't eat it anymore. I think I had it too much growing up, and now
Right.
like
That's
I
the
love
same
it.
thing for me.
we used
That
to
was
eat
my
like the
favorite meal
cheesy
growing
hash
up.
browns one all the time.
We also always
It's the
had.
cheeseburger mac for me.
I like the Velveeta one.
Yeah.
We also had so many kids in our house all the time because from the time I was in second grade, my mom did foster care, so we always had so many kids in the house. So, you know, just the easy stuff that my mom could throw together because she was also full-time working, and so was my stepdad. So whatever she could throw in a crock pot or in a pan and just cook.
Well, now we have like the Instapot, so you can
Yeah.
get fancy.
Listen, I need one of those because I went to my sister's house and she made some good stuff. And I was like, dang, I'm missing out on this Instapot life because
Okay, yeah, it's basically like the slow cooker, but it's like
fast.
yeah.
Okay.
Woo! But yeah,
You shouldn't have done this. This is trouble for me. Like,
Yeah. I'm not even a big like super candy person, so I'm like.
baby. Wow.
So what don't you like?
Fish.
That's it.
Like, literally, I'm not picky at all. Like, James is the one that's picky in our house. So, well, that's where Baron gets it from. Because I don't care, really. I'll eat just about anything. I like shrimp, but I don't like any other fish. I haven't tried a lot of it, but the smell puts me off. So, if it smells gross, I'm not eating it.
I like
When
scallops. I like catfish. I like tilapia. I like all the
what
fish.
the heck is
But I
tilapia?
don't. It's just this
A
type of
fish?
fish. But I do not like sushi.
I've
Nothing,
tried
nothing.
sushi, but I instantly, like, threw up. The only thing, like, growing up
Here,
that I
taste this
remember
one.
not liking...
This gummy literally, I'm sorry, off topic, tastes like absolutely nothing.
tastes like sugar.
Absolutely
Yeah.
nothing.
What the heck?
That's weird.
The only thing I didn't like growing up was Brussels sprouts. I absolutely hated Brussels sprouts.
Those little ball thing.
Yeah, like they're baby cabbages.
Oh my gosh. I don't mean to interrupt.
This is nasty,
But-
actually.
I know.
It's supposed to
So
be cotton candy or something.
we like got like some stuff from a food truck, and they like gave us like free fried okra.
This is so
And they're
nasty.
like, it's so good, and I've never had it before, and I'm just like, and I tried it, like the taste wasn't bad, but it was like slimy.
Yeah, have you ever had
And I
pickled
was
okra
like,
at all?
that is disgusting.
My brother gets the
Like, I
okra
could
in a,
eat it,
in a
but-
jar from Sam's, so it's like this big
Like
jar.
the pickled okra?
I'm like, oh.
Oh my god, I had a parent at the center bring me pickled okra that she made. Oh my god. I tell you, I literally ate the whole thing
Very
in
careful.
like one setting. It was so good.
Oh.
It is slimy, but that's just something you have to get past if you want it. Like, the flavor is. And the crunchy, like, seeds inside.
She's also from the daycare. She's the boss.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
She was my best
It
friend
was a good
before
thing
she was
for
a
us.
boss.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's right.
But
Is there anything Bella hates?
I did try the pea carrot spinach baby food with her, and she took one bite and was like, "No, I'm not eating this." But I don't think really anything.
The only baby food that I couldn't get him to eat was like it's like apple cherry, and I just think it was too tart.
Yeah.
But he doesn't eat anything, so it's fine.
We're kind of trying to stay away from the apples and bananas, which kind of makes me sad because there's the apple, strawberry, banana baby food that I really wanted to try
Why?
because it's been constipating her.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what the doctors think. So I'm just kind of trying to stay away from the apples. If it's like she had sweet potato apple. She had sweet potato apple, and I mean, she was fine, but I don't think I want to go straight into the apple and banana again.
Yeah.
Baron,
That's why we have the mics. It's
can
fine.
you pick something else to play with? Ooh. It's so loud.
It is, but that's also why we have the mics. So it's fine.
But yeah. What are your future like hopes, like for Baron?
Oh god. I hope that I can just like
Realistically,
yeah,
of
like
course.
just keep trying to introduce new things. Like I like realistically would like for him to like have a better palate. Because I wasn't very picky, but his dad was. And literally right now all he'll eat is chicken nuggets, pizza, cookies, chocolate, like literally nothing. Like he won't eat any fruits. He likes grapes and he likes bananas, but other than that, like if it has color, he's not touching it. And I always try to like put whatever we're eating out for him still and offer it to him because I want him to like have the option to try it. And I don't want to just cut him off and be like, well, if you're not eating that, you're not eating nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that's unrealistic.
That
But it's
causes
also
bad
so
eating
hard
habits.
because
Yeah.
he doesn't eat anything, and it's like I don't want him to just eat chicken nuggets. But also, I know like my niece was that way. Like she only ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches growing up, and she did that for literally over a year before she started to like try different things. So I'm just trying to hold out in hopes that he will.
Yeah.
Like he'll
get
eat
there.
spaghetti and like, but he'll try things and like it, and then he won't eat it the next time I make it because he's like, oh, is that a green bell pepper? But I literally pulled a green bell pepper out for dinner, and he took a bite out of it. Like, took it straight out the bag and took a bite out of it, and he ate it. And then I tried to offer him dinner, and he was like, no. And then he's like, what is that? And I'm like, a bell pepper. And he's like, no, I'm not eating it. What?
Yeah.
He'll
They're
get there.
funky. Yeah.
It's hard, though. Like, it's really hard to have a picky kid, especially when you run out of the things that they like to eat, and then I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go to the store and spend $100 on the things that he will eat because I need him to eat.
And then you gotta buy groceries for you and your husband, and
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also like there's a lot of stigma when it comes to it, like, oh well, you're a bad parent because your kid won't eat that.
Yeah,
but
like,
it's
you're
like,
probably not trying hard enough. Or,
Yeah.
Or when you go out to eat and you guys are eating, but he doesn't have anything in front of him. But you're like, why am I gonna waste?
Because I've done that
$15.
so many times, like ordered him something, and like even chicken nuggets, and he's like, no, not eating that.
Yeah.
And then you just wasted $10 because I'm not gonna take it home and eat it for me.
Yeah, it's hard.
This one's good.
Definitely hard. I kind of just hope that Bella continues to like everything. Like, I think being around like his side of the family that eats literally everything, like they're not picky at all, I think it'll help her a lot because, like, I don't know, maybe it'll help me too. Maybe her liking stuff.
I think if you just keep trying new things, like that's
Right.
fine. You're better than me. I'm not doing it.
I think at your house though, like as she gets older, like obviously not now, it doesn't matter, but you're gonna have to try to push yourself out of that comfort
Right.
zone to make sure that she's staying like within the realm
Right.
of trying all the new things.
So she doesn't turn
Because
to
if she sees that you're only eating mac and cheese and hot dogs and taco
Right.
rice, like that's all she's gonna want to eat when she's
Taco.
older. So
yeah, I think
For me, I'm really hoping that his like gag problem like will chill out because I think like really that's like his biggest problem is just like the texture because I can give him like a bite of something, then he'll like the flavor of it, but he doesn't like the texture. Like I can tell. Like
yeah,
sorry, that was
real life. You know?
So what were you saying?
What was I saying? Yeah, I just hope like his like texture problem gets easier because I have to like not try it too hard because I do not want to clean up throw up.
Right.
And like speaking of that, like even when the doctors are all like, because I'm like I don't sleep and he doesn't sleep, so like you have any pointers? And they're like, do you ever let him cry it out? I'm like, I can't because when he cries too hard, he gags and then he can't calm down, so then he throws up. So I'm just like, this is my
The crying
life.
out method is very hard. Like
I would do it, but I don't want to clean up throw up. So.
No, my doctor literally was like, it's fine, just let him throw up and then you'll clean it up and he'll be fine. But Baron is the exact same way as Leo. It's like he won't come down from that after he's wound himself up so high. Like there is no coming back from that for him.
Thankfully, like she's calm. She will calm down eventually. I think
he won't like hyperventilate.
Thankfully, I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that for me.
Thankfully, I do not have that.
I don't let him get that far, though.
Right.
It doesn't take much for him. Like, literally 5 seconds.
It's the crying, and then it's like... as soon as I hear that coughing, I'm like, nope, we're done. We're done.
I was not strong in the beginning trying to get him to cry it out. Like, my doctor was like, it's fine, put on some loud music, tell your neighbors you're sleep training. And I literally put him in there, and I sat on the couch, and I cried. And I cried, and I cried. And then I was like, I can't do this. It's not for me.
Yeah, when I did that, Gabe was like, aren't you going to get him? And I'm like, I guess, because I don't want to hear you. He's like, I can't do it. It's making me sad. I said, then you go in there. Anyways.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. If it works for you, that's great. It's not for me, but...
Let us know your food tips for your children and even for you. So.
Yeah. Literally anything. If you know how to get a kid from being picky, great. I've already talked to a specialist.
We need food training tips, not sleep training tips.
Yeah.
So. Well, she might need some sleep training tips. Get no sleep.
No, literally he goes into like, I do a new routine and he learns that routine and he learns how to fight that routine. So every week I have to like do something different. And he still fights it.
And it's funny because when you were pregnant, you were like, I'm going to have a routine and that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And she's done really well. You've done really well. Better than me.
Yeah, I don't have a routine. I just I'm like, all right, it's time to go to bed. And we go to bed.
Yeah, doesn't work. He learns the routine. He learns how to fight it. He's the ultimate fighter.
Baron literally is like, I'm going to do what I want anyway, so no point in you trying.
Fair enough.
Well, that's a wrap on this week's episode of Mamas Need Coffee.